Porn brain reboot and self-identity. What do they have to do with each other, and how can you use your identity to help your brain recover from a porn habit? I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. Let's break it down together. Okay, in this video, we are going to talk about three things. Number one, we are going to discuss your identity and what creates your identity. Then we're going to talk about what your pornography habit or your masturbation habit has to do with your identity at all. And then lastly, and most important, number three, I'm going to give you your brain tip for the week so that you can begin to recreate your identity to be a better identity so that you can put your pornography habit behind and get on purpose and create a life that you love. Okay, so number one, what is identity? Identity is how you think of yourself. And we know from the science that at the root of a pornography addiction or habit is shame. So shame is the feeling of I am bad. And we might call that self-loathing. Self-loathing is when you don't feel like you're worthy, you feel like you're bad, and you've heard me say before that what we need to do is take shame and make it into guilt. Is I'm doing something that I don't want to do or that I think is bad, and I can stop doing that, and then I will be a different person because it will change your identity. But let's go back to self-loathing for a second. The reason that it happens is, this happens to all of us. We create a persona or a personality when we're young, and we do it so we can survive in the world. All of us do. And part of recovery, becoming a better version of yourself, is recovering the authentic self that's in there. The real you, the one that wants to exist in the world, the one that doesn't need a habit that calms and stimulates their brain. You need the habit because you are walking around as an identity or a person that doesn't feel good to the real you inside. And yeah, I know this is lofty, but it's true. Because what happens is, and we know this again from the science, is that there's incongruence or discongruence. There is a disparity between the you want to be or that you think you are inside versus the you who acts out in a sexual way or the you who behaves in a way that you don't want to. And we've already talked about this. It's the hijacker. The hijacker has hijacked your brain. Why did he hijack your brain? Because you needed something to calm and stimulate you, because yourself, your authentic self, felt threatened. So that self in there created a new identity that's harder and doesn't have those soft sides, is a little edgier to get through the world. Now, let me back this up just a second. Your identity is made up of your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, your actions, your interactional style. Your identity is just a mental construct. It can be changed at any time. And the way that you change it is by changing your thoughts, your feelings, your routines, your habits, the way you live your life. And as you start changing little pieces, you will start rewiring your brain and create an identity that feels congruent to you. You become the person that you've always wanted to be inside. You become your authentic self. That's how you reach your full potential. That's how you leave your habit behind, because the habit is a self-soothing habit so that you can feel okay with the identity that you created as a young one to get through this world. So you need to create a world that feels great to you, that you don't have to get through. And then when you're in a world that you love, you become a person who loves him or herself. You have self-loving instead of self-loathing. Say that 10 times fast. Self-loving, not self-loathing. And when you do that, you are going to be able to get on purpose in your work, in your relationships, in your hobbies. You're going to be able to do all the things that you've been wanting to, and you're going to leave the habit behind. Your brain is going to get dopamine from your life. It's not going to need it from the screen. Okay, so I encourage you to challenge your thought system today when a thought comes in your mind, especially when it's one, if it tells you to go watch pornography, that's the hijacker. Tell him, not today, sir. I'm creating a better identity for myself. If you have a thought that says anything bad to yourself, an automatic negative thought, an ant, if the ants come marching in, I want you to challenge that thought and tell your brain something positive about yourself or about your life, because when you challenge that thought system and you create new thoughts or you take a new action, you are creating your new identity, the one that you are going to absolutely love. Okay, if you want help on that journey, please reach out to me at drtrishleigh.com, because I am here for it. I'm here for the work. And remember, control your brain or it'll control you.